local television and radio, they go silent when the storm goes loud. Anyone actually covering this tornado warning? Yeah, Hutch does.
All right, everybody, I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Hey, we do have some wild weather ahead for some areas. I'm talking a chance of snow. I've been updating you for the last couple of days, and the chance of snow looks a little better for some areas out to the west. Details coming up in your version of Hutch's weather, including some significant rain potential right here, coming up now.
Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
All right, let's take time to smell the roses, shall we? Look at your temperatures. Absolutely perfect weather. You know, as far as Hutch is concerned, perfect temperatures that are comfortable in the 70s for doing work outside or just spending time outside. What about yours? Comment with the perfect weather as far as you're concerned. Hey, check it out. 60s in Lakes Country, Park Rapids, 66, 68 at Washkish on the western shores of the upper Red Lake. We do have 64 degrees right now in Warroad, 70 Jamestown and Valley City, 73 Bismarck, and out in Glendive, Montana, 70 degrees. Look at the cool air pooling out in the mountains of the Rockies out to the west. All right, that's a look at what's going on there. Now let's check out that radar, because we do have pretty quiet conditions here in the northern plains. We have had some clouds moving overhead here in the Fargo area, and we're seeing just a couple of blips on the radar in Otter Tail County. So taking you in near Perham, we have a shower that's developed out of nowhere and really just dumping some localized rain on the streets and sidewalks out there. Now let's take a look at what's going on with regard to the satellite and your temperature change over the last 24 hours. Red equals good. We've warmed up over the last 24 hours here in the northern plains, but we do have some changes in the offing now as we take a look at what's going on way out to the west. You see the big cool down in Montana and Great Falls? Well, low pressure developing out there is going to bring some changes. And when we take a look back at that radar once again for that particular area, what we're going to see is unsettled weather making its way into the southwestern United States. Phoenix, Las Vegas, desert raindrops coming, and that is all thanks to an unsettled tropical system in the Baja, tossing moisture up like someone on a fair ride after eating too many hot dogs. I'm here to tell you, oh no. All right, so we got a couple of showers out there in Otter Tail County, but for right now, things are looking pretty good. What about your extended forecast? Well, let's talk about what's happening tonight, shall we? Because, well, I've got something special. This week's Hutch's Weather Kid. Can't wait to introduce you in moments to Jesse Mugnotti from Westside Elementary. Look at that smiling face, folks. Please watch at 4:30 here on Facebook or on my YouTube channel. Make sure you drop a comment for Jesse. These brave kids helping Hutch out with that weather. Let's get to your hour-by-hour forecast right now. First thing we're going to look at is the next 24 hours. This model not showing much in the way of shower chances off across Minnesota for the evening, but as I put things into motion, you see high pressure moves in, and there is this boundary where we could see a couple of showers, and that's what we have forming heading into our nighttime hours. Cold high pressure moves in from the west. I said cold because high pressure causes the air to sink, calm winds, clearing skies, perfect for some freezing conditions there. And yes, you betcha, we do have a warning for some freezing going on up in the western part of North Dakota once again for tonight. I think our temperatures remain mild. South winds will be persistent. North winds will take hold though by morning. So we'll have a little bit of a wind switcheroo in our area. Now, if you're interested, let's take a look at this snow chance real quickly, and then we'll get you off to the races here. Here is a look at what I expect to take place as we look at the European model. So the European guidance was the last to jump on board. The American was the first model to jump on board with snow, and it held on to it for a couple of days. Check it out. Rain shower chances increase in the Dakotas on Saturday. On the backside of this low pressure system, you see on the left side of the screen here, that system will bring down some cold air and bring a wintry mix on the European model, including a chance for some snow, some of it accumulating on grassy areas Sunday evening and into Monday morning. More on how much here in a minute. Stick around. I'll have the details on that. You may not believe it, and I'm not sure I do either. Now, how about we check out the American model with a look at what's happening in our October forecast for the weekend ahead. That's right, more of the same. This thing looks very similar to how it has the last several days. So if this is how it pans out, this would be one instance where the American model has out forecast the European model. How about them apples? Look at this. The American model is back to wraparound snow as we go through Sunday evening. So that drive Sunday night from western North Dakota, we're talking Lake Sakakawea, Max, Minot, and all the Highway 83 corridor have a chance at some snow showers, according to the American model guidance. So what does that mean for snowfall amounts? I said I would show you, and then I'll show you the rain that all of this nonsense brings over the preceding day and a half of passing showers. It's not going to rain all weekend, but we will have that chance of passing showers. Let's go right to the snowfall forecast on this American model. It will be somewhat different as we take a look at the other model. And let's look by the time we get to your Monday morning. So this is Monday morning. Let me see if I can sneak this back down to a look here. There we go. Okay, so let's just go here. The American model says between Minot, Kenmare, and the Bowbells area and all the way up towards Bottineau, a chance for some accumulation of snow between a trace and an inch, isolated places getting a little bit more. So that's a look at that. But what about the European model, you say? Well, this is the Europeans model's snowfall forecast. I will have to change this up for you. My apologies here. Let me grab a different graphic here. I didn't update this, so that's my mistake. Okay, here we go. This is the European snowfall forecast. It shows it just scooted off to the left a little bit into northeast Montana. So if you're in Freud, Plentywood, all the way down towards Culbertson, and look at this, northern parts of Dawson County up there, north of that Yellowstone River Valley, there's a chance for some flakes of flying, including places like Sidney, Williston, as well. Look at that, Wolf Point and Culbertson, as well as Brockton and Poplar, Montana, seeing a chance for flying flakes of snow. Your forecast for tonight, and then we'll get you out to the weather kit here in just mere moments. Temperatures down in those 30s tonight here in the valley, but not as cold as our neighbors to the west, where we'll have some freezing taking place out there. Light and variable winds, less windy overnight with Bemidji in the low to mid 40s. Same thing off of the lake shore there near the Lake of the Woods area. Out to the east, we'll have mid 50s for Minneapolis and Duluth, a few more clouds there. Then as we take a peek at your forecast tomorrow, notice a light north wind in the morning, decreasing and becoming southerly out to the west. So north winds here in the valley, low to mid 60s as we cool off a bit thanks to this little hiccup moving through right now called a cool front. That will cool us down. 7 days of, well, beautifulness. How about the weekend? Now, what's not going to rain all weekend long? The best chances here in the valley come Saturday evening, a passing shower. We'll get a chance for seeing some quieter conditions for some leaf peeping early Saturday, and then again later in the afternoon on Sunday as the rain moves into Minnesota. Keep that in mind. So showers push east into Minnesota, snow in western North Dakota, a possibility late into Monday morning. Next week, a little bit cooler, but not really cold. No big chances at freezing. How about that rainfall I promised you? Here you go. Here's a look at the rainfall potential as we close the day on Saturday. So the 24-hour rainfall for Saturday could bring some areas with 1/10 or 2/10 of an inch of rain. But notice there's holes in between, and this track may not be precise as of yet, but I'll keep you posted. What about Sunday? Best chance of rain shifts off to east into Minnesota. As I was mentioning, a better day for leaf peeping than in Minnesota on Saturday with just light trace amounts across the central Dakotas. And there's the soggy system that will mix in some flakes and sleet possibly as we close out your weekend on Sunday evening. Thanks for watching. Check out my weather kid. Can't wait to introduce you to Jesse here in just a little bit. You ready, Jesse? All right. We got thumbs up. We're ready to go. See you soon.
This has been a Hutch's Weather Update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching Hutch's Weather